This is the Tecnam P2010 Gran Lusso, the ultimate and ultra-luxurious version of the P2010. Italians, well known for their sense of style and fashion, carry that cultural asset into their automobiles, clothing lines, and yes, even airplanes. And that's what they did with the P2010 Gran Lusso, an aircraft with good looks and high tech, matched with an opulent interior. Tecnam's revamped Italian single-engine airplane features a luxury interior and touchscreen avionics, as well as many improvements in the whole cabin. The Gran Lusso may also be the best-looking fixed-gear, strut-braced piston single on the new market today, thanks in part to its composite airframe. Besides, its engine makes a cool, subdued turbine-like whine, a guaranteed head-turner on the ramp, mainly because you'll be wondering why that Cessna Skyhawk looks so good. Stay with us till the end of the video, because here is everything you need to know about the Tecnam P2010 Gran Lusso. Stepping inside, one look at the Gran Lusso's interior, and you realize that in terms of unity of design and attention to detail, its cabin surpasses those of competing piston singles. That's a fair statement because the seats are comfortable, the interior trim distinctive, the ergonomics exemplary, and it's roomy too. The Gran Lusso, which translates to Grand Luxury, features swanky leather interior, which its brochure assures us is cool, with a flair for beauty and dolce vita. The front seats can be raised or lowered by means of an electric motor. The parking brake and rudder trim controls are conveniently located at the aft end of the center console, and a tasteful leather-trimmed shelf runs from door to door and across the sub-panel. The aircraft features a luxury interior with Italian leather upholstery, carbon fiber insets, and an all-new center power quadrant. The front and side panels, along with the 26G seats, are upholstered in a chocolate brown that would look at home in any premium-level automobile. Other features include a new parking brake that is easier to manipulate, 2 mobile phone holders, improved USB ports, new wingtips with integrated LED lights, metallic paint options, and new super premium interiors. Like the P2010, the windows don't open, but the tinting and smart use of vented airflow keep the cabin reasonably comfortable during taxi on hot days. The Gran Lusso has 3 doors instead of the usual 2 found in most airplanes in this class. There are 2 up front ahead of the wing struts, and a full-size door in the back on the right side that makes entry and exit for rear seat passengers a car-like experience. The doors have jam latches and a safety latch on the top, similar to Piper's products. And finally, the baggage compartment, with a capacity of 88 pounds or 40 kilograms, is accessed through a hatch on the right side or from inside the airplane by removing a fabric cover that doubles as a hat rack. Now let's step into the cockpit. Avionics are a Garmin G1000 in-XC avionics suite that includes the GFC 707 autopilot with Garmin electronic stability and protection, and GCU 475 FMS keyboard, with a backup display being a bright and sharp LCD unit from mid-continent instruments mounted vertically between the PFD and the MFD. With a 45-minute emergency battery, it will get you back on the ground in case of electrical power loss. It contains twin screens and is designed to relieve the pilot of mission strain, which is a current trend for premium single aircraft. Updated features include an improved panel layout, relocated rudder trim control, and LED wingtip lighting. The cockpit is also equipped with several pilot-friendly features that enhance the flying experience. These include improved USB ports for charging and connecting devices, a brushed aluminum trim control wheel and center console for precise control adjustments, and an updated parking brake for secure stops. Additionally, the cockpit includes a double housing for mobile phones, ensuring that personal devices are safely stowed and easily accessible. Because they don't have spark plugs and instead use the heat of piston compression for ignition, diesels use glow plugs to heat up their combustion chambers. Usually there's a dedicated push button, which you hold down until you get an annunciation that the cylinders are warm enough to fire up by turning on the starter motor. With the CD170, there's a single push button that combines a glow plug and starter functions. You just push the starter button, and the glow plug heats up while the engine turns. In about 3 to 5 seconds, the engine lights off. After that, engine management is pretty much automatic, thanks to the dual-channel FADEC. There's a single power lever, no propeller RPM lever, and no mixture control. Instead, the FADEC controls run the show, keeping the engine within operating limitations and providing the proper mixture for ambient conditions and the power setting you've selected. Now let's talk about the engine performance specifications and how it flies. The Tecnam P2010 Gran Lusso is powered by a 170 horsepower Continental CD 170 engine. To maximize power efficiency and fuel economy, the engine burns Jet A and regular diesel fuel. Testing for sustainable aviation fuel use is in the works and has a turbocharger and common rail fuel injection. For cooling, there's an intercooler to tame the turbo's hot intake air and liquid coolant for the engine block. If the coolant overheats, you get an annunciation. The aircraft requires 2,300 feet or 700 meters of runway to take off at sea level on a standard day and has a useful load of 850 pounds or 385 kilograms. The engines allow a maximum rate of climb per minute of 660 feet or 200 meters and a maximum cruising altitude of 18,000 feet or 5,485 meters. The plane has a maximum cruise speed of 140 knots, with an average hourly fuel burn of 6 to 8 gallons or 23 to 30 liters. Tecnam advertises a maximum range of 1,300 nautical miles, which 1,500 miles or 2,410 kilometers at a long-range cruise of 115 knots at 60% power and 9,000 feet, with a fuel burn per hour of only 6.3 gallons or 24 liters. With a fuel capacity of 63 gallons or 240 liters, this can translate into an impressive still air range of more than 1,000 nautical miles with light load in standard conditions. And finally, the minimum landing distance is 1,810 feet or 550 meters. Now let's talk about the price and cost. The price for a new Tecnam P2010 is $626,750 before options, and while the annual fixed cost is estimated at $30,000 to $50,000, the average hourly operating cost is estimated at $150 to $300. Thank you for staying with us till the end. Here are 2 videos you can watch next. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.